time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way.
Hi guys, just sitting down to give you a quick update because things are happening and I haven't updated, and before I know it, this IVF cycle will be over. So I started injections on Saturday. Today is Friday. I probably won't be able to upload this until the end of the weekend, but I'm Stim day 7 today. I'll do my 7th injection tonight. It's crazy, I've already done 6 nights of injections. It goes so quickly. I had my first follicle monitoring scan and bloods done on Wednesday. So a couple of days ago I was Stim day 5. So it was a day earlier than I usually get it done. The previous cycles to this one I have always had a scan and bloods done on day 6, Stim day 6. So it was a day earlier. Follicles are growing, which is really good. I always respond well to the medications, which I'm very thankful for. I know that's an issue for a lot of people. Luckily for me, I do respond well. It's the post-retrieval stuff when things kind of go pear-shaped, but you know, I think it's to do with how I'm stimmed and when I'm triggered, obviously, because last cycle I was triggered too early. So I've got 32 follicles growing, which is really good. My previous 2 cycles, both of them on day 6, I had 35 follicles, so this is nothing out of the ordinary for me. And I know, you know, a lot of follicles doesn't necessarily mean a lot of babies, so of course it's good news and I'm thankful that I'm responding. All of the follicles were around 7 millimeters, so still really small. I'm not feeling any twinges or aches in my ovaries. I'm not feeling a fullness like I was this time last cycle. But this time last cycle, on Stim day 6, my follicles were a lot of different sizes. So there were some that were less than 6 millimeters and others that there were a couple that were 14 millimeters. They were all really random sizes, and I guess doing a long down reg cycle with the pill, by doing this protocol, allows the follicles to start growing at the same size and hopefully at the same rate. So yeah, they're all less than 7 millimeters, which is probably why I'm not feeling anything. My estrogen levels have always been super high, which is why when they told me my estrogen levels, I had to call them back to double check that they hadn't given me the wrong number because it was so low. I've written down the details and kind of wrote down where I was at in previous cycles just to compare, just out of curiosity. I know you can't, you know, there's so many different variables and cycles can be different from month to month, and obviously some of the protocols. I was just curious. When I did this exact same protocol 2 years ago with this exact same medication, same dosage, I did a Stim day 6 scan and bloods, so a day later than this cycle, and I had 35 follicles, all less than 9 millimeters, so a couple of millimeters bigger, but it was a day later, so. But my E2 levels were 1,291. This cycle my level is at 385, which is super low, but it makes sense given the size of my follicles, so my clinic aren't too concerned about the low number. They didn't even say it was a low number, they just said it was normal range. I guess just previous cycles I've had super high E2 levels. My cycle that I just did in June, it was a totally different protocol and different medications, but my E2 levels on day 6 were 5,000 already. I guess seeing a different number maybe gives me a little bit of hope that this cycle might turn out a bit differently, but you know, it's still early days, anything can happen. I've got another scan and blood scheduled for Monday, so I'll be Stim day 10, which I was concerned about there being a 5-day gap, but they said just given the size of my follicles and my low E2 levels, Monday will be fine. I am feeling a lot calmer this cycle, which I was not expecting at all. I've been quite distracted. If you saw my previous video, you'll have seen that I have announced that I've written a children's book, so I've been working a lot on that this week, trying to get the design completed, and files need to be submitted to the printer in the coming days. So that has been a wonderful distraction for me. I am not sure if I would be feeling as calm about IVF if I didn't have that project to distract me, so that's been a blessing. I'm hoping that feeling of calm lasts. We'll see, but yeah, at this point, next scan and bloods is on Monday, and then I would assume, I'm guessing that retrieval will be either Wednesday or Thursday, but I will probably request more frequent scans early next week, just so we can make sure we get the trigger time right, because, you know, that's obviously a big concern for me. Our last cycle in June, we had a total fertilization failure, and that was due to being triggered 2 days earlier than probably what was ideal. So, you know, that's crucial for me, and I just want to make sure that they do that. They get that right this time, I guess. So if that means more frequent scans, then so be it. I'm still on 150 units of Menopur. Just take it each night. I might feel myself doing the injection tonight. I'm also taking the Cineral nasal spray, 1 spray twice a day, so 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Tim will be doing a testicular biopsy this time, so they'll be extracting the sperm with a needle. He'll be going under general anaesthetic for that, so I'm hoping the recovery won't be too bad. I think that's pretty much all that's been going on. While I'm filming this, I haven't yet uploaded the book announcement onto YouTube. I've announced it on Instagram and Facebook and got such lovely comments, such supportive feedback and excitement. Just seeing it come together this week, I'm just so excited to be able to share it with you guys. I just hope you'll love it. Anyways, tomorrow is Tim's birthday, so I need to cut this video short here and start baking his cake. Wish me luck. I am not a big baker. I'm hoping it's not going to be a flop, otherwise I'll just have to buy a cake from the shops. We're also going away with some friends this weekend, which will be really lovely. Something we've been looking forward to, and yet another distraction from IVF stuff. So yeah, it should be a good weekend. I hope you all have a lovely weekend too, although by the time this uploads, the weekend will probably be over, but I hope you had a good one, and I will let you know how the scan goes next week. Take care guys, bye.
We got everything here, at least to stay alive.